The Washington Commanders have been a flat-out disappointment this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jaden Daniels has been hurt. I understand that. But the fact of the matter is, this team shouldn't be losing 6 straight games kind of bad. This team started off pretty decent with a 3-2 start, but it really felt like ever since the fumble that Jaden Daniels caused during the botched snap, it's just been downhill from there. He played against the Cowboys, but then he gets hurt. In comes Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota has to go up against the Chiefs. That happens. You're not going to win that game. Jaden Daniels comes back and goes up against a very strong Seattle team. There's no excuse for the Commanders to put up 14 points against that Seahawks defense. The Seahawks defense are good. Don't get me wrong, but 38 points to 14. That's bad. And then it all just fell apart even more when the Lions played the Commanders and Marcus Mariota had to yet again start another game. And all this wouldn't be that bad. But to go to Madrid, an out-of-market game, an out-of-America game against the Dolphins, one of the worst teams in the NFL, and to not put up anything against one of the worst defenses in football is flat out embarrassing. Completely, utterly embarrassing. And I'll tell you this, it comes to no surprise that this team's bad. When you look at the age of this team, most of these team members have AARP memberships. One of their best edge rushers right now currently is Von Miller.
Dude, what the f***? Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family.
I think that should all that needs to be said. But more needs to be said about this team, man. This is embarrassing. Insanely frustrating. And, of course, injuries happen and stuff like that, but part of it has to come down to the coach. Dan Quinn has not had a good year this year. Let us all sit here and be completely reasonable right now. Dan Quinn has not coached very good games this year. He is a defensive-minded coach, and he is doing absolutely nothing good on defense. He's middle of the pack in sacks. He can't take any takeaways. He's letting up so many fucking touchdowns. His run and pass defense are terrible, and at the end of the day, they're letting up almost 27 points a game. Now, all of that wouldn't matter if the offense went going, but here's where we look at Cliff Kingsbury. Turns out, Cliff Kingsbury can't really do much when he doesn't have good talent to bail him out. They're on the bottom half on everything outside of touchdowns, yards per game, and rushing yards. That all being said, they are still 21 in points per game, and they turn the ball over the 12th most in the NFL. That's bad. And losing Austin Eckler hurts. Losing Jaden Daniels hurts. Losing Dorrance Armstrong hurts. Losing Marshawn Lattimore hurts. All these hurt. Losing, Trey Amos hurts. But, that doesn't matter. You have to be better than this. And this is, quite frankly, ridiculous. This team should not be going out there and losing to teams like Miami, getting 4 straight losses by 20 or more points. This is embarrassing. And I don't know what you do to necessarily fix this team going forward in the future, but, this team is not close at all. Going from last year to this year, people put a lot of expectations and hopes on this Commanders team, when people didn't realize the fact that this Commanders team rolled a nat 20 going into the playoffs. Eventually, they ran out of steam. It happens. But when you put 45 on Detroit of all teams, yeah, something was up. You're not going to beat the Eagles. The Eagles were just destined for the Super Bowl at that point. But the thing is, does this team have much of a future outside of Jaden Daniels going forward? Terry McLaurin's been hurt all year. Deebo Samuel's probably going to need to get paid again soon. You don't really have a ton of young, good depth wide receiver options. Your best current receiving tight end is Zach Ertz, and he's probably going to get very close to retirement soon. The offensive line hasn't even been that great either, and it's just, This team has so many holes. Going into next year, I don't think this team's going to be at the top of the division. They might be decent, but Dallas is in a way better place than the Commanders are right now. They still have the franchise quarterback, the offensive line, and two very solid weapons. They just need to get more defenders on the other side of the football, and they're fairly decent. This team may be better than the Giants next year, but Jackson Dart looks very exciting, and Cam Skattebo is slowly becoming one of the better running backs before he got hurt. They're in a really odd and rough spot where I don't have a lot of hope for this team going into the future. Now, granted, they can just prove me wrong and have one of the greatest draft classes of all time, but as of now, it's not looking great for the Commanders, and the season's basically over for them. So what is there to even be excited about with this team? Jaden Daniels looks nice, but there's starting to become questions. Is he healthy enough to be a quarterback? We have to take a look at the running game where it's yeah, they have a nice running back by committee team, but Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt was hyped up to be this world beater, and he's just not even been the fifth best running back in this draft class. It's sad in Washington territory. Bonus!
Mitchell, help! Mitchell, help!
Frank Lucas!